Hey everyone, I've got an update. Haven't been doing too much lately because I'm still waiting on a whole bunch of machine work to get done. Still waiting on my heads and the block and the rotating assembly. So in the meantime, I've been working on the transmission, which you can see there behind me. Kind of in the middle of a rebuild of that, waiting on a couple parts from the dealership from that. And then what I decided to do tonight is put some hood vents on the CLK. So I'm going to turn you around and show you what I'm doing because I think they're pretty cool. Here we go. I straight up stole this idea from the Weapon X Nova. So thanks guys for pointing these hood louvers out to me. So one of the problems that we always have on race week is getting heat out from under the hood. And one of the things I wanted to do about that was put some hood vents on the CLK. And when I saw these particular ones from Track Spec that the Weapon X Nova has put on their hood, I thought, man, those look nice. I think they'll look good on the CLK. And they are actually a Mustang, I think GT150 bolt-in hood louver, but they're really nice units. They're stamped aluminum, they're powder coated, they've got a stiffening rib down the middle, so they're nice and stiff. They've got the contour of the Mustang hood built into them, which isn't exactly the same as the Mercedes, as you might imagine. So what I had to do to make them sit flat is I cut that vertical beam right there in one spot, which will make it just flexible enough to lay down flat when it's bolted down. So let me show you a couple details about how I went about doing this, because it turned out really nice. So I started on the bottom here, and you notice the two areas where there's no support structure are not quite symmetrical. You see how that X is kind of cattywampus there. What I did is I started on the driver's side and I put the bottom side of the hood louver. I put the bottom side of the hood louver up there just so that it fits inside all the support structure, and it just barely fit. It's almost like it was meant to go in there. Just barely fit. And I traced it out and I drilled two holes from underneath going up above. I drilled one hole on that corner and then a hole down there. And then I shut the hood and I taped it out, and then I put the piece on here and sketched out where it needed to go on some masking tape. And then I put a center line down the middle of the hood, and then I measured basically the mirror image on this side. And if you look on the bottom, on this side, it's hard to see in the dark, but it also came out pretty good. I think it's gonna hit the support structure maybe by like 1/4 of an inch. Once I had both sides taped off and marked out, the first thing I did was I took a hole saw that had a radius that was similar to what the vents have here, and I drilled that down through the top to give myself a nice radius here. And then I took a small, I don't know, it's like a 3/16 or so drill bit, and I drilled a hole in each corner just so as I cut through with the cutoff wheel, I'd have specific endpoints and I wouldn't end up with any sharp corners in there. They're at least got a little bit of a radius to them. And then since this is only one layer of sheet metal, when I cut this side, I made sure to go slow and not put a lot of heat into the sheet metal so it didn't warp. Worked out pretty good, so there you have it. But bottom line is, these are pretty big hood louvers, so they should let quite a bit of heat out of the engine compartment, and I think they're going to look pretty good once it's all said and done. Maybe I'll even have to get my hood painted. I don't know. So that's my project for today. I'm going to finish putting those on, and I'll get back to you as soon as I have some more progress to report, either on the transmission or the engine. So bye for now.